JP.WATKINS. Welcome to Personal God. Ooh, hey, hey, yeah. I'm the never rolling wheel. Do, do, do. Spinning time, rolling around till I drop. Do-do-do-do. Thank you. I thought I would open up with a little of my ad libs on a song about going in circles. And of course, Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band was talking about going in circles, a love, romantic circle, as so many singers, especially from that era, used to sing about. But I want to talk about going in circles, being stuck. Sometimes we just feel like we're going in circles. Man, I done started a new job and got laid off or got fired or quit. Started another relationship, it didn't work out. And I'm just going in circles and I'm not getting ahead. And I want to know, is it even worth trying? Is trying to find love again, is that even worth it? Is trying to get up and fight the so-called good fight, is that even worth it? Who does that? Well, I want you to think about it. I want you to think about, hey, what's your biggest barrier? I want you to take time, even if you got to pause this, write it down. What is my biggest barrier? Is it financial stability? If it is, I want you to write that down. Is it finding true love, finding a stable relationship? Is it dealing with some emotional issues? Maybe just, you're dealing with high anxiety, you're dealing with deep depression. Whatever that thing is, I want you to write it down. I want you to write it down so you can see it. Okay, now that you wrote it down, you've been going in circles. You've been stuck. So now that you've put that key barrier, whatever it is, income, romance, finance, health, whatever it is, and I want you to ask yourself, instead of saying, I can't deal with it, I can't move past, I want you to ask yourself, can I move past? Is there anybody else that I know? Is there anybody in similar situations? If you're a single mom, single parent, and you just can't figure out, man, I'm trying to make ends meet. Is there anybody that you notice in your situation, similar situation, or have survived it, have overcome? And if not, I want you to make that your homework. Find somebody with similar situations. So, for instance, it's different people with different health issues. Some of them have hidden. What's his name? Is it Michael Keaton um, from Family Ties? He had a health condition. Of course, it got more challenging as he got older, but he was able to hide that in plain sight. How many other people um, are dealing with similar situations? Somebody with a situation similar to yours. I want to challenge you to do your homework, find someone. And they don't have to be famous. They could be a business person. It could just be somebody. It can be somebody at, a local librarian. It can be, a coach. Anybody that that has similar situations, and talk to them, reach out to them, and say, hey, I seen at one point in time you was going through X, Y, Z. I'm having similar challenges. Are you willing to, give me some advice, point me in the right direction? So that's the one thing. Because two, we live in a time now where information is so accessible. The challenge is it's so much information that it can be overwhelming. It's so much information that it's a lot of misinformation. So that's why I say find out your particular challenge, that key barrier, and we gonna focus on that key thing. Because a lot of times we want to multitask, we want to do this, we want to do that. And I think sometimes multitasking can be the new screw you. Truthfully, have you ever been out at lunch with somebody and y'all out and y'all talking and they, and you like, well, yeah, I'm interested and I got this business proposal. I wanted to know if I could come do this workshop about preventing suicide and, bullying and anti-bullying program. And the person like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good, but yeah, that's the way sometimes you got to look at them like, are you serious? So another thing that I want you to think about is once you write down that challenge, I want you to single task. So when it's time for you to find your example, don't, hey, cut your phone off, whatever, and just focus. Hey, I really want to solve this solution. I really want to, solve this problem. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I really want to solve this problem. And single task, focus on finding somebody, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's in person. If you got a connection, I think that's even better. If somebody that's even better. If not, use your resources. Be resourceful. And then the next thing is I want you to really think about digging inward. Because a lot of times we look outward. Look outward for that example. And once you get some useful information, then I want you to sit down and say, okay, how can I dig inward? This person said they did this. This person said, a lot of people ask me, like, how did you stay out of the life? In the peak of my career, in my street career, that is, when I was selling drugs, I make anywhere between $2,000 and $6,000 a day. Then all of a sudden, I turned my life around. I went back to school and got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I couldn't teach. I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I was a convicted felon. So I was locked out of a lot of opportunities. So now I'm literally at jobs making $10 an hour. And people's like, how can you do that when you used to make X amount of dollars a day? Well, one, ask myself, why? Why? Why are you not going back? Is it just about the money? No, for me, it was about my kids. And the fact that I had been incarcerated, I didn't want to be incarcerated again. So it was about my life, my liberty, and about my legacy. So for me, even though I made a lot of mistakes, I messed up a lot, I failed a lot, I wanted my kids to see, hey, you can get on the road to retribution. You can become better. Just because you start off bad, don't mean you got to stay bad. If you drop that ball 10 times, pick it up 11. If you fall forward. So that way you get up, you closer to your goal. So for me, it was really about my kids. I didn't want to be locked away from them again. I didn't want them to remember dad as being this guy that's always going in and out of prison. I wanted my kids to be able to say, if they somebody talking to the kid, hey, where your dad? Well, he doing this, he doing that. I wanted them to be proud of me. So for me, I want my kids to be able to revere me and honor me. That made me strong enough to push through and to show them, and also show them. It's been times when I had a check, $143, supposed to pay car insurance. But I was like, you know what? I want my kids to have experience with me. So we go to the movies. And a lot of people that don't understand poverty, like, man, that's dumb. You should pay your car insurance. Yeah, but I'm a dad. I want to do things with my kids. I want them to experience doing things with dad, with hard-earned money. It's different. If I had just been hustling, I done went and made $2,000-$3,000. What do it mean to go to the movies? What do it mean to go buy a bunch of outfits? Because money, especially if I'm making it illegally and I'm making it rapidly, that don't mean nothing. But when I done went and worked, and child support, taxes, done manhandled, over 50% of my check, and I'm only working at that point in time. At one point in time, I was literally making like $7.25, and I was only working. The position was only part time, but it was 50% of something was better than 50% of nothing. So that's what helped me. That's what helped me push through. Yeah, lots of times I wanted this, I wanted that. But most of all, I wanted my freedom. And I wanted to be my kids to be proud. And to do that, I had to do different. So when everybody else, a lot of my friends, some of them are deceased now, some of them are back in prison. When they went back to the same old thing, because they did what they know, me, I went somewhere else. I said, look, I'm going to have to learn more so that I can earn more. And then when I got locked out of those opportunities, I said, hey, look, I got to keep scrambling and finding a way and pushing. So for me, that's just an example. So whatever your issue is, you're going to have something different. Everybody going to have something different. They're going to have a different story. And that's going to lead you to a different glory. And I'm going to wrap that up for now. But I just want you to really think about going in circles. Stop. Pause. Reflect on the key problem. Single task. Focus on that solution. And pursue that solution like your life depends on it. Because it does. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve. That's my time.